Annie Mac retired from racing early in 2023.
Well, there isn't too much to do. You have to just let nature take its course, really. You'd take her out of training at Jackdaw's Castle and just let her relax and let down. So it's more just about letting these race fillies get towards motherhood rather than being a racehorse.
Following lots of discussions between Simon Clare, myself and John Joe's team, we decided to send her over to France for the start of her broodmare career.
She deserves a good stallion, and hopefully her progeny will keep us going for a bit longer.
We thought we'd access the pool of French stallions, and it's obviously easy to travel her when she doesn't have a foal at foot, so we decided to go to France, to Applewood Stud. Settled in fine, but like some of these maiden mares can do, she wasn't cycling fantastically well, and it took the team at Applewood probably around 6 to 8 weeks to get her cycling properly, so she was ready for a cover.
We started scanning her, you see, on 27th of February. She appeared to be cycled, but she was really not regular, and she didn't ovulate until 19th of April, so almost 2 months later, when usually a regular cycle of a mare is 21 days. It's not usual that we have to use the back of the paper, you know. Most of the times it's just like that, and it's like this.
Most of the mares, when they come off the track, it's a new life for them. I can't say she was very social towards the other mares. She was quiet, just do her own thing. Didn't bother anybody, but she didn't like people who bother her. When we bring her from the paddock, she was more relaxed, more quiet. Looked like a mommy, you know. My wife, she knew her before she arrived. Every night she come from work, give her a groom and everything, so she just loved the mare.
At first she didn't like the food she was offered, then we had to find the food she liked, and then she wanted to eat a princess.
So at the end we just decided to let nature do her own thing, then when she'll be ready she'll tell us.
She was never the simplest mare at John Joe's, and so she likes to do things her own way. So she took her time, but eventually they got her cycling well, and the initial plan was to go to no risk at all actually in France, but unfortunately no risk, suffered an injury, so we then had to go to plan B, which was Dr. Dino.
So with a first season mare like Annie Mac, I'd like to use a proven sire. Obviously we saw at the recent Cheltenham Festival how many of these French sire horses are doing well, and that gives her the best possible chance of producing a good racehorse.
Luckily for us, the day that Annie was cycling properly and ready for a cover, Dr. Dino had a spare slot, which is a rarity, so things fell right.
She was covered the 20th of May, so we got lucky to have the cover when we wanted. Everything was perfect. Only the past 2 weeks, see her coat, very shiny. Maybe 10 days, 2 weeks after, just before we did the scan, you could see like the way she was behaving. She was more relaxed, more quiet, so we could kind of guess she could be in fall.
We'll check her, she's 20 days from cover. Make sure it's growing, make sure everything is okay.
So this is the embryo. Actually now it's only a vesicular. The embryo will appear in a few days. We will see a little white spot, but now it's a bit early. I measure it to see how much it has grown since the last time we saw her. Yeah, it's around 30, you see, 30 millimeters. Then we check the rest of the uterus just to make sure there's not a little brother or sister, because we absolutely want to avoid twin pregnancies.
She's 28 days, this one. She's my own mare. Got the heartbeats, you can see it's moving. So that's going to be Annie's next stage.
It's the most beautiful stage, actually. I love this stage because you can see everything. Sometimes we watch them during October because that's the moment when the breeders pay for the cover if the mare is pregnant. And then the last time when I check mares is when the breeder has doubts if she's really in foal a few weeks before she's due, 11 months. What's very interesting is that it's very well formed at 60 days and then it's just growing, but everything is already there. That's amazing how you can see kidneys, stomach, you see everything. She's a great mare and we are we are feeling very lucky to have such a mare to follow here. Yeah.
I think the journey will be a lot of fun. You know, hopefully when the foal's born, they'll be able to follow the foal as it grows up. Hopefully give everyone a lot of enjoyment. As a 2 or 3 year old, the horse will probably go into pre-training and then eventually go into trading. Getting her in foal, that was the main job, and then as long as her scans go well, she should be able to be transported back from France, I'd say sort of August, September time. And then once she's back, she'll settle in to a new location in the UK, and then, yeah, touch wood, we'll have a nice live foal in May of next year. So it's something you can really be part of, feel a connection to the foal as he or she grows up, and then touch wood is a star on the racetrack.